Hi guys, welcome to L.A.M.P Tarot Readings, where tarot reads you. I'm finally back with another pick a card reading. Today we're looking at what would you attempt if you knew you could not fail. So you're looking at if your limiting beliefs and fears isn't stopping you and you have nothing holding back, what would you be doing? What would you be attempting to do? Okay? So I have three piles in front of you. They are already numbered. Please pick a card that you're drawn to. There are three cards. Pick a card that you're drawn to. I'm going to show you the close-up right now. Please read the words in each of the cards so you know what it's about, and pick the words that you are drawn to, which card you are drawn to. The last card mentions Archangel Uriel, but if you have no idea what archangels are, if you don't believe in archangels, it doesn't matter. But if the words in the card draws you in, pick that card. Okay, so pick according to what you're drawn to. The timestamps will be provided in my description box below. So here's an overview of all three cards again. Pause if you need to, and once you have chosen, go straight to the timestamp, click, and you'll go straight to your reading. So I'll see pile 1 in a minute. Hi guys, welcome to your reading. This is for everyone who have chosen pile 1 with the Think Global card. So we're looking at what you would attempt if you knew you could not fail. So if there's nothing stopping you, what would you be doing? And the reason why I chose this as a title is because I wanted you guys to see your potential, right? And not let limiting beliefs or your fears stop you from going forward, and not letting these obstacles and other stuff hold you back from utilizing your fullest potential. So let's look at the cards. I am, like I mentioned already, if I've not mentioned, I'm using the Marseille tarot system, so it's not like the Rider-Waite card system. And so if you guys are familiar with the tarot cards, and by that I mean the Rider-Waite card system, you realize that when I am explaining the cards and all, the meaning might be slightly different, and they might not hold the same, meanings attached to the cards like in the Rider-Waite system, because I read these cards intuitively. It's a much older and historic deck, and therefore the meaning is slightly different. Okay, so let's look at the first card that you guys have gotten, and that's the Sun card. So this is a Sun card, and it's number 19. So 9 plus 1 is 10, which reduces to 1 again. So it's a combination of 1 and 9, 9 being the ending cycle, coming towards the end, and then 1 being the beginning, right? So it's like these two contradictory but not paradoxical. They seemingly look like a paradox, but it's not a paradox. It's something that the sun illuminates, okay, because it shines brightly. It shows you there's no this and that, or that and this is just this, like just what you see basically. So here you can see two people, or two beings, right? One person is touching the solar plexus of the other. Okay, this is the solar plexus chakra, which is the third chakra, which is your powerhouse. Okay, it's also the sun house. I mean, people usually say that's a sun placement as well, because like that's where your drive and your confidence, right, your ability to act, and without anything holding you back, is activated. So the Sun card, if you guys just attempted without, if you knew you would not fail, you guys would be going forward with confidence, okay, doing exactly what needs to be done and what you need to be doing without any fear, because you're so confident of the success. And yeah, and the other hand, this other person is his hand is on the shoulders, closely to the neck area, which is where your throat chakra is, the fifth chakra. So that's all about communication, the ability to deliver and communicate certain ideas, certain truths, or just basically communicating with people, relating with one another without holding yourself back. So if you knew you would not fail, you wouldn't hold yourself back. You would just be sharing your truth and letting people know how you truly feel, what you truly want to do, what you truly think, without anything stopping you. Okay, you'll be living your truth, basically. And this is a sun card. That's the sun card in summary. It's all about joy, happiness, this, you know, this light that shines, okay, on anything that is dark and illuminates it, right? So anything that is dark and hidden in your life, or anything that is, you know, you have to hide, or you cannot, you feel like you won't be accepted for it, the sun card brings illumination to all these areas. It allows you to be yourself, okay? It allows you to go forward in confidence. All right, and so that's that card. Let's look at the next card that we have. Is the fifth card, the fifth, number five of cups. So here, what I'm seeing is, I see two people here, and I feel like the two people are now the two flowers at the side. So here you can see the focus is in the middle cup. You see 4 cups, and then there's one middle cup, and the vines are like surrounding this cup, and these two people are the two sides of the cup here. So what I see here is somebody who once they are confident, they don't have any fears and limiting beliefs that are stopping them from going forward and doing what they envision, okay? Like the card says here, right? Think global. This, the reason why you chose this card is because I feel like you guys have a purpose. I mean, everybody has a purpose, but you guys have a purpose that is global. That is beyond just you fulfilling your own needs, but it's more expansive, right? And it doesn't have to be related to a job, okay? Because this is about relationships. The cups is more centered on your emotions and your relationships. So a focus, even if it's not something that you do as your career, right? Part of your purpose to be here and is to bring people together, okay? Because when you two combine and you both are the two flowers in this cup, you have something to offer, and you see these 4 people around surrounding this cup, right? So you're bringing people like-minded, people who are like-minded, similar to you, who have similar ideas and visions, like want to help the global community in some way or some form through some service, right? So you bring people together, okay, and you surround these people with love, with your truth that empowers them, and you know, it's just a close-knit community. Like the card says, right? You are being encouraged to spread your wings, think outside the square. You are a citizen of the world. Expand your vision. Imagine the world within your heart. Embrace it. Surround it with love. Let it be, and so it will be. So here, it's all like, it's like, I mean, ironically, this, it says here think out of the box, and here you can see kind of a box here, but you're not really you're trying to expand this so-called circle, and by sharing, okay, you might bring more cups in. Okay, so let's look at a third card. Yeah, see, you have the 9 of cups. So here you can see an expansion from 5 to 9. So by doing, bring people together, you know, by having this community where you guys are doing similar things, learning similar things, growing together, you attract more people that want to join your community, that want to do what you guys are doing and sharing, and you know, want to contribute. So you attract more people like that, and then from the 5 grows and becomes the 9. One thing I noticed for you guys is, you see here minus a 10, right? The X is a 10. You see this is a 9, this is a 9, and this is a 5 and 9s. These are odd numbers. Odd numbers is all about taking action. As the action, not the reception. Not the receptive. The dual numbers, I mean the even numbers are you being more receptive, okay, you accepting and, you know, coming and not basically acting out like blatantly. But the odd numbers are more about you taking the action, you moving forward, you doing something. It's all about this masculine energy. Masculine and feminine is nothing to do with male and female. Everybody has both in different amount, okay? So when I say masculine, don't take it as something like, if as in as a guy. No, it's just about this your acting ability, not acting in stage or as an actor and all of that, but your ability to act on something that you want to do, so you don't hold yourself back. You're not waiting for someone to do something for you. You take the initiative to start certain things, and you guys are initiators. You're meant to be initiators, okay? You're meant to start something, learning from someone, helping who will help you, and then you two, you know, form another circle which widens and becomes the Nine of Cups. So in this community, you are doing things. It's not just drinking and enjoying, is more than that, okay? So yeah, I feel like those of you who have chosen this part of your purpose is to bring people together, okay? And that can only happen when you yourself are encouraged to spread your own wings. Then only can you encourage other people to spread their wings, right? And so it begins from you. So like the title of this video is about, if you knew you wouldn't fail, right? If you didn't have the fear, what you would do. This is what you would do, and therefore this is what you should be aiming to do. So yeah, so let's look at your oracle cards for further guidance, okay? So we can look at the first card. We have, with a steady mind, I am connected to our collective experience. Let me just move the cards up. I think you can see anyways, but I shall just move just in case. Okay, so here, with a steady mind, I'm connected to our collective experience, okay? Here you can see the yantra. I mean, if you're familiar with this symbol, this is like the divine feminine symbol, right? So the masculine, the feminine is all about coming in harmony with both the sides. And here you can see a third eye is activated. This is the third eye chakra, which you can see behind my chakra stone. So that is what you see on a third eye. So with a steady mind, I'm connected to the collective experience. So when your mind is not wandering and it's like wavering everywhere and not confused and all over the place, you are able to focus. You're able to tap into this inner knowing, your third eye, the ability to see, right? You're able to see clearly what needs to be done, what will help you basically to tap into this solar energy that will help you to take action to bring people together and grow this community, the Nine of Cups. All right, so that's this card. And yeah, and also because it's the third eye, it's a very spiritual card. It's telling me this is a very spiritual thing that's happening here. The Sun card, this activation of the solar plexus and the throat. It's something that will grow you, okay? That will bring joy and happiness in your life when you are in this path, when you're doing this, okay? Because yeah, you guys might enjoy being around people or sharing your ideas, but you have fear that's stopping you, or limiting beliefs that telling you that maybe you can't do it and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's this card. Your middle card, we have, yeah, my community is supportive, loving, and active in the world. Reinforces this card. Okay, you can see, like I mentioned, it's a community, right? So this is not just drinking and enjoying. It's an active community. You're doing things together, okay, with love and support and emotional, harmony. Okay, people are being brought together with love. Okay, it's love that's attracting all these people to you and to what you want to do and what your aim is, right? So, and people feel very supported, nourished, and loved in this community, and that will grow. Okay, so this just reinforces this card. And your last card, okay, is I unleash my wildness and choose to be free. So this is, oh, by the way, I wanted to mention, in case, I know I've not been doing this when I'm doing tarot readings, like mentioning the astrological signs, and some of you have asked, So I'll mention the signs, and I specifically will say a specific sign, not just a group, because like they go by in decans. So the 5 of Cups, by the way, it might not be what you guys are familiar with if you're following Western astrology, and which I don't, so they'll be different, so just bear in mind. So the 5 of Cups here is Pisces. Okay, so this is Pisces. And then here we have the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups here is Scorpio. So you can see Scorpio energy being reflected here in this wild energy, wild, intense energy, wanting to be free, wanting to break free, you know, breaking free from the lack of action, your fears and your limiting beliefs that are stopping you from going forth and bringing people together. This is unleashing the wild side, unleashing your wild side of, if you have fears in relation with communicating with people, if you're scared of people, if you're scared of just crowds or being around people or how people might react or feel towards you, this is going to change. I mean, when you start bring people together, you realize that your fears are an illusion. It wasn't real. Okay, some people might fall out of this community and all of that, but those are not the people you are there for. Okay, so that's this wild, this wolf is it's just reinforcing this wild untamed nature that wants to be released. Okay, that wants to help other people release this untamed nature in them, not to just be blindly following rules and regulations and doing things that they think is supposed to do, but doesn't truly bring them happiness. So through this community, people can be themselves. That's why it's growing, right, from 5 to 9, because people feel accepted, okay, in the community that if you develop, right? So that is the last card. Taking note of the numbers, you see 2 here. 2 is a receptive number. It is also duality. It's also feminine, and also the card reinforces that. Here 7 is a metaphysics number. It's also introspective, and the 7th card in the tarot is the Chariot. It's also taking action, moving forward. All right, and then here it's also 7 again, so it's reinforcing this acting, doing something, okay, which you are not doing because you might be afraid and you will fail. So if you put that all aside and go forward, because that's where true happiness in your life, you'll be living without any regrets. Okay, so everything you want in your life is in the opposite side of fear. All right, so don't let fear stop you from fear of people or fear of what people will think, and all of that stop you from truly going global, thinking global. Yeah, because that's what you're encouraged to do. All right, and that's why you were drawn to this card that brought you to this reading. So I hope this reading was beneficial and useful for you guys, and thank you for stopping by. I'll look forward to seeing you guys in my future readings. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to your reading. This is for everyone who have chosen pile 2 with the integrity card. So before I start the reading, I would like to mention that the way I read the Marseille system is not like how I would read the Rider-Waite-Smith cards. So if you guys are familiar with the Rider-Waite-Smith meanings and all of that, it might not be the same as what I'm saying, so take note of that. So let's go straight to your first card. Let's see what you have gotten. Okay, you have the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is Aries. Okay, by the way, if I mention zodiacal signs, they might not be also what you're familiar with, because I'm not following the Western zodiacal signs. Okay, so I'm going by the decan, so with 1 9, but anyways, just to let you know that it's different. So this Ace of Wands is basically the sign of Aries, so it's action, doing something, right, being inspired and then acting out of this inspired idea, this inspired thought that you have, okay, sudden inspiration that comes out of like nowhere, like this divine hand is giving you something, right? So like suddenly you feel like doing something or being inspired with an idea that you will act upon if you are not afraid that you would fail, because the title of this video is what would you attempt if you knew you could not fail, right? So if you knew you could not fail, then when this opportunity arises, okay, when this hand is offering you this Ace of Wands, you would receive it, you would take it, and you will act appropriately, okay? You wouldn't just push this opportunity away, or you wouldn't just ignore it as some random thought that you have. You wouldn't do that. You would actually act from it, because there's no fears, no limiting beliefs, and nothing that is holding you back, basically. All right, so that's the first card that we have. Second card that we have is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles here, you can see it's like a heart shape. It looks like a heart shape, right? It looks like this. The wands are enclosing, welcoming the third pentacle. So this is the two becoming the third, is giving birth to this. Taking this idea, taking this inspiration and acting on it and materializing it and giving birth to the third coin, the third pentacle is what this card is about, okay? Is where you bring this idea into fruition, you make it into reality. It's not just a dream, it's not just an idea anymore, it's something that is real, physically manifested in your life. So that's the Three of Pentacles, all right? Yeah, you can see this third coin is the focus, right? You can see that's where the attraction is, the attention is, because these two are producing the third pentacle. Okay, and so this is a Three of Pentacles, and therefore Three of Pentacles. Sorry that the video got cut off. So I was saying that in the second card you can see this Two of Pentacles producing the third third pentacle, and it's like enveloping it in like a heart shape through the wine. So it's like you acting from this inspired idea without fear, because you knew it's about what you would attempt if you knew you could not fail, right? So that's what you'll be doing. And this Three of Pentacles is in the sign Virgo. So Virgo is this analytical, okay, this service oriented sign, and it's ruled by Mercury. So it's an earth element, okay? It's also all about the intellect, right? Doing something, creating something. They're perfectionists by nature, so you can see it's like so perfect, right? It looks like a heart shape. It's what you'll be creating, okay, with this idea of yours if you acted upon it. And you can see the card that you chose is integrity, right? It's about being flexible, but also being true to yourself, okay? Stand by your beliefs and values, and others will stand by you and believe in you. So here is about, maybe you guys already have a job, you guys have a stable income and all of that, but then a part of you feels like, you can do better, you can do something else, you can create something else, and you want to, act on this inspired creative side of you, but you are afraid that it might not turn out well, okay, or any other limiting beliefs and fears that you have, that you might fail. So this is what you would do if you knew you wouldn't fail, right? So it's just, I chose this title because I wanted you guys to feel inspired, to know that you can do it, okay? And don't let fears and your limiting beliefs stop you from going forth and attempting what you would want to do if you didn't have all of these things holding you back, because that's where true happiness and fulfillment lies. All right, so let's look at the last card. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is a beautiful card. You can see that there is 4 cards here in the middle, and there's 3 pentacles, three coins above and 3 coins below. So here the center is stable, right? And the top is like a triangle pointing down, and then here is like a triangle pointing up. Like this harmony within the coins, okay? It's a balance of giving and taking, okay? And there's and it's based on the solid foundation that you've already built here From the 3 it becomes the 4, and then it branches out, being able to serve other people and help other people above and below you, in quotation marks, because there's nobody above and below you, but you know what I mean, like somebody who's more well off and who is financially not as well off as you, you're able to help and provide, and you know, through whatever you're creating. Okay, and this is card, it's also a card of abundance. It's the 10th of Pentacles. All right, and the 10 also it's the significant card for this is the 10, the 10th card in the major arcana, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune, you can go up, you can go down. Okay, that's never like one way, it's always up and downs. Okay, so here it might seem, okay, like sometimes you might be going through like ups and downs financially while you're starting this, but through it you will learn something, and your business or whatever that you are doing will become stronger. Okay, it will be supported. Like you can see the support system here when you work on it. Okay, and then there's free flow of coins coming in, coming out. I feel like your reading is focused on career, because there's a lot of pentacles. There's 2 pentacles here, and fire here that's acting, the wands here that is helping you to act on it and materialize it in the earthly realm. Okay, and also fire is like cold, and not cold, it's hot, right? And it's a distance. And then coins, something that you can grasp, you can hold in your hand. So something that seemingly looks like it's impossible, when you work on it, you can grasp it in your hands. It becomes tangible, and you will be able to see the fruits of your labor. All right, you meant to own your own business and lead, not work for other people. All right. And even if you feel like that's not possible because it's your fears and all of that, it's something that you might be interested in going towards if you don't have any fear that you would fail. Okay, so that's that. And also, if you don't feel like it's about you starting your own business or you creating your own organization, it can also be about you being a leader in whichever field you are at. Okay, you guys are pioneers, leading and guiding people and good at what you're doing. All right, so that's that. Let's look at your oracle cards for further guidance. So the first card that clarifies the Ace of Wands, we have I celebrate my lineage and honor my ancestors. So this card is about your life purpose, right? I mean, your ancestors and your guides and all of them, apart from being there to guide you, they want you to fulfill your life purpose. When you do that, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping the whole entire lineage of people who are behind you. Okay, because they are the reason why you are here, and you're breaking cycles and creating new ones, and fulfilling, not just when you fulfill your own life purpose, you're also helping to fulfill whatever they have not been able to do. They are helping you through their gifts, okay, and through your gifts to help you to go towards and fulfill them. Okay, and also it's because it's right under the Ace of Wands. It might be somebody that you already know, okay, who has passed on, who might have inspired you in some way or something, or who are with you and trying to guide you in a certain direction, and this divine hand is them providing you this wand, this inspiration to go towards this. Okay, so act on it. All right, and you can see your hands on the heart as well. So it's like somewhere, and you got the integrity card. So it's telling me that like this is where your heart will be if you follow this path. It's where you will feel fulfillment and nourishment and truly happy. Okay, because its integrity is all about staying true to yourself. All right, so even if you are already doing something but it's not giving you the happiness and fulfillment that you desire, then what's the point, right? Yeah. And so I mean, of course, it's radical to just go quit your job and do something without any foundation. It's very important. So like you can be doing something on the side, okay, to meet your financial needs, and then start something new. So when that becomes stable, and you can quit your 9-to-5 job and then focus on that, right? So yeah, middle card is clarified by conscious eating nourishes me. Okay, so this is all about healthy eating, right? So food, what you eat is what you are, because when you eat, you take it into your body, it becomes you, it becomes part of you. So the food that you eat, try to add fruits and vegetables, you know, food that you feel light, your body feels light, your body feels active. When you eat something and you feel heavy, you don't feel like you want to do something, you feel like you just need to go and sleep and take a nap, it doesn't make you feel good. That's when you know the food that you're consuming is not beneficial for you. Okay, it's not healthy, it's not, because food's supposed to energize you. A lot of times you see people feeling sleepy after eating, which means their food is not nourishing them, it's doing the opposite. All right, so that is what this card is reminding you and being conscious about. Okay, it's like what you're putting into your mouth, putting into your system, right, is important, and it will change the way you feel, and that will impact what you do. Okay, and it's also an earth, because food is an earth, right? And it reinforces the fact, because here you see this coin is coming out, it can also be coming in, but of course it looks like it's coming out since it's reaching and encompassing the third coin. But if you look at it, it can also be the mouth eating something, right? And then these are your two palates, the two cheeks, and then you're eating, consuming food. So whatever goes in comes out, and it needs to be important that whatever goes in comes out. That's why there's like two sides of it, right? Whatever goes in will have to come out eventually, and you want to make sure that you're not just eating and then for it to leave your body. So that means your body's not absorbing the nutrients, it's not, it's just releasing it. You're just eating for the sake of eating because it's compulsive, and then your body doesn't get the nutrients it needs, but then you excruciate it, expel it, from your body. So you want the nutrients to be absorbed into your body. So for that, you're going to be eating healthy. Okay, and one thing I noticed is there's 2 here. There's also 2 here, and 9 plus 2 is 11, which is 2 as well. So 2 is this duality. This is intuitive number. It is also 2 sides of a situation, or 2 sides, seeing both sides and making a choice, not just being compulsive but also being conscious of your food, right? And also here it's 2, it's also your it's a heart space. She's putting her hand in the heart. It's a number of, it always say whenever you have a two, it's your 2 personal year or something, it's always where you find romance and relationships and harmony, because like it's like 2 of cups, right? So it's about this heart fulfillment. Okay, last card we have is 33. Okay, so the last card we have is 33. I meet resistance with kindness. So here you can see she's doing this pose, which it's called the Star Child. I think, I can't remember the pose. It's a yoga pose, but it's basically like a butterfly. Your legs are like you sit like it's a butterfly, flat wing, and then you bend forward. But this pose basically helps you to release tension in your back, and also helps to release tension in your thighs and loosen the muscles. Okay, and yeah, so here it's all about not, because whenever we resist something, we tend to just go the other direction, right? And not face it, and like treat, either people see resistance as something completely not right, not good, or they just go the other direction and ignore it. But here it's asking you to face it with kindness, okay? Which means you acknowledge the fact that you're resisting something. You acknowledge the fact that doesn't feel very comfortable right now, but you face it. Okay, you give this discomfort the space to stay with you, deal with this discomfort, okay, and then give it this love and nourishment that you would give, like how you'll give a child, right? Comfort it, give it comfort, allow it to be, and then it will dissolve, because there's no more reason for it to be there when it's not threatening you anymore, because you're healing it, right? So here it's all about, whenever you're faced, because Saturn, Capricorn, and Saturn always will bring challenges. It's not just very smooth and easy. Okay, he brings challenges, but not it's not for negative reasons. It's not just to. It's because you grow through those opportunities. It's giving you opportunities to grow, challenges that will help you to grow and develop and transform. And that's very, very important. If not, people stay stagnant. So people tend to look at Saturn as a planet negatively, but Saturn is one of the most important planets in your chart, apart from Jupiter, because these two planets rule majority of the houses. Okay, I mean in sidereal astrology. So Vedic astrology, to be specific. So that's what and you can see a butterfly. Okay, it's like a transformation, right? You developing and growing and allowing this discomfort to be, and then growing from it. Okay, and so whatever obstacles that you face, you will overcome it, and it will give you this abundance, okay, that you desire. And it's 33. It's a master number. Okay, and it's this if you reduce it, it's 6, right? So it's balance and harmony. And so that sums up your entire reading. I hope it's been useful and beneficial for you guys, and that has inspired you in some way to know that, not to let your limiting beliefs and fears stop you from attempting what you would do otherwise. Okay, so see you guys in my future readings. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to your reading. This is for everyone who have chosen pile 3 with the Archangel Uriel. So if you guys know about this Archangel, he is all about wisdom and light. Whenever you're faced with limiting beliefs, fears and challenges, he is this angel that helps you to deal with them by showing you the light of the situation, okay, by helping you to heal and transform. So that's what this angel is all about in summary, and you can look up and read more about him. But here you can see it says here, a great spiritual transformation is currently occurring both in your life and in our world. This is a union of heaven and earth, spirit and matter, heart and mind, unite in a harmonious balance. So it's all about bringing this seeming duality, two things that are so-called, when you're looking at from a 3D perspective, it looks like it's dual, right? It's two sides of it, but he helps you to bring them in balance so that it doesn't seem like you have to oppose one side or one has to outweigh the other. So you're not so confused, you're not, all over the place. And people go through spiritual transformation. We always go through transformation in different times in our lives. It's not a one-off thing, okay? Every time you learn something, you grow, you transform. It's a lifelong process. So for those of you guys who were drawn to this pile, I feel like, the other 2 piles are specific about, emotions, and then the other one was about career and all of that. But you guys are focused on you. Okay, so that's one thing that I realized. Not surprisingly that you got this card. So the cards show that, okay, the focus here is on your inner transformation that will show in your external physical manifestation in your life. So the first group and the second group, they had 3 tarot cards and 3 oracle cards. But for you guys have 4 tarot cards and 4 oracle cards, because one of the cards was looking in a specific direction and wanted to know what is the card looking at, and therefore I pulled the card, which you will look at when I show you the cards. Before I look at the cards, I want to mention again, if I have not already mentioned, I'm using the Marseille tarot system, which is very different. The meanings of the cards is different from the usual Rider-Waite-Smith system deck of cards, if you're used to that meaning. So the meanings that I mentioned might not be what you're familiar with if you are more familiar with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck of cards. So take note of that. Alright, and also if I mention zodiac signs, take note that I'm not following the Western zodiac signs, and therefore I don't read it like that. So that when I mention a specific card and I see that's a sign, it's the Deacon's card, and so it might not be the sign that you would normally associate it with All right, so take note of those things, and let's go straight to your reading. The first card that we have is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so here this is the card. The reason why I put the fourth card, because he's looking at a specific direction, right? So you want to see what he's looking at. So I put the fourth card, which you will see later. So here is the Knight of Swords. Okay, Knights are all about movement, right? You can see here the ground is black. Okay, it's very similar to the Death card. If you see the Death card and the Marseille card, it's also black. And then you can see this skeleton, like, you know, with the sky, that's how it's pronounced, like moving forward, living, growing from the past, and, you know, and moving forward with a new set of hope, because he has learned and he has transformed. So here he's moving forward. Okay, everything that is beneath him, he's letting that go. Everything that's not serving him, okay, he's whatever that he feels that he needs to protect. If not, he will lose. Okay, so it's this ego thing, right? Where fear makes you feel like you're gonna lose something, and therefore you tend to be very defensive, right? You're not very open. Okay, you're very defensive. You just cut and, you know, with a sword, and you just move forward. But here he's moving on a new direction. He's looking, he's more optimistic. He is more you know, he feels like he can face whatever comes his way right now. He feels like whatever comes his way, he can be more truthful, he can be more open, he doesn't need to hide himself, because you can feel like he has the ground here, it's black, right? Everything that is no longer serving him, everything that is no longer beneficial, useful, all his negative limiting beliefs and his fears, he's buried them. I mean, not just by bury, I don't mean just ignore it, but I mean, like, you know, he has done the work, okay, and therefore healing is taking place, and therefore you can see new plants growing, and then they're yellow, so it's like a new light, a new hope, okay, it's sprouting. And you also know, when you're talking about soil, right, the darker the soil, or the more nutrients it has. So it's telling you that everything that has his lessons, he has, instead of brushing it aside, he has learned from them, and because of that, these lessons that he has learned, okay, they are the nutrients that the plants need, and therefore they are growing well. Okay, when you don't ignore, when you go face to face your fears, you know, you face whatever that is stopping you, not using the sword to protect you, to be defensive, to stay in the same pattern, but instead to use the sword to break through, to break free from whatever that is limiting. So that is what this card is about. And the question we are looking at, I forgot to mention, is what you would attempt if you knew you could not fail, right? So if you knew you could not fail, if you knew that by being truthful, that by dealing with whatever you are trying to avoid, you would do it, because you know that you are aware that will bring about transformation that is needed for you to grow and for you to develop. You wouldn't be hiding or pretending or staying in a comfort zone. All right, so that is this card. All right, and the next card that we have is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups here is about, because six, right, it's all about harmony and balance, which is reinforced in this card as well. You talk about harmonious balance, right? So like here, one side can be heaven, one side can be earth, one side can be spirit, one side can be matter, one side can be heart, one side can be mind, but they're coming together in harmony. Okay, there's an equal give and take. There's an equal, you're not the only one giving your sharing your emotions and all of that. You're also receiving. Okay, you're taking care of other people, but you're also receiving the care that you need as well. It's not one-sided. So that happens when you go through the transformation that is needed. Okay, like I mentioned, when you use this sword, okay, not to protect yourself from your illusions and to protect yourself and to stay in your comfort zone, but to use it to, you know, fight through whatever that you are afraid of, you know, and to see, cut through the veil, to see clearly, right? And then that brings this harmony. that is needed. Okay, so let's look at the next card. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So again, you can see from these two cards, there are two equal sides. They are balanced. Here again is another balance. You can see that this is the Eight of Pentacles, right? It's one side of 4, one side of 4. That is a balance. And also the 8th number looks like an infinity sign. It's two sides, it's juggling two sides, okay? And the two sides of what? The two sides of heaven, earth, spirit and matter, heart and mind. So it's not like you're no longer confused, basically. So when you face your fears, when you go through the transformation, instead of resisting, instead of, you know, just distracting yourself and escaping, when you actually go through it, it will bring this harmony. All your confusion will be cleared, okay? You will be more able to take action. You'll be more able to do things, okay, and say things and communicate things clearly from a right space, not because you don't know or you just are defensive, but you are here open and willing to share. Six of Cups, here open and willing to work on what needs to be done, okay? And here you can see in the Eight of Cups, you can see the Four Pentacles here. There is this vine that's enveloping it, but then these two pentacles above and below are not like enveloped. They are more free. So there's a stable foundation at the center that allows, you know, other coins to come and go. It's not locked and it's not tied, okay? It's open to different types of material, you know, whatever. Sorry about the sound, motorbike sound. Whatever needs to be done, you're more open to just any other action. You're not like restricted in like doing a certain way or acting a certain way, basically. You know, you're more open and receptive to other ideas or other options, okay? And one thing you can notice, this is a 6, this is an 8. They are both receptive numbers. They are both feminine numbers, right? Feminine not being female, but meaning receptivity, okay? It's not an active card, but it's a more going inwards, you know, and feeling things through, and, you know, taking the time to, you know, reflect and, you know, work on it instead of doing it externally, because that's about transformation. Transformation is everything that changes externally happens because internally you have gone and done the work. Transformation happens from within. So that's why, I mean, it's no surprise that these two cards are even numbers, okay? Sorry about that, guys. So continuing what I was saying, so we have this card. The Knight of Swords is Aquarius, okay? Because in the system that I'm using, all the knights are reflective of your thoughts and emotions, different aspects of it. So here it's about protecting and guarding your comfort zone, basically. And this card is the Six of Cups is Cancer. So Cancer is ruled by Moon, and you straight away you know that Saturn and Moon aren't friends. Moon is fine and everything, but Saturn isn't, okay? It's not comfortable because here it's all about, you know, challenges and responsibility and, you know, and all of that. And then Moon in Cancer is so nourishing and loving, and it's, you know, it's a different focus. So they're not really friends. That's why this transformation is happening, to bring things into harmony, okay, in balance, so that, you know, all the confusion dissipates. And here the Eight of Pentacles is ruled by Capricorn. Again, it's Saturn's energy. Usually whenever we go through transformation, there's always like the main planets that do that to us. I mean, not to us, but for us, is Jupiter and Saturn. That's where we grow the most. And so here Capricorn is ruled by Saturn as well. So you can see that this full moon here, the mind, is sandwiched between two cards that aren't exactly friends, because Aquarius and Saturn are both ruled by Aquarius and Capricorn are ruled by Saturn, and the mind here is this Cancer energy, right? So it's like completely the mind and the mind is thought, the way it thinks and the way it feels are not really in sync, and that's where this confusion and all of this dark night also happens, which is why you go through a spiritual transformation. Okay, and so, but if you do what I mentioned earlier, right, it is going to be a positive. All transformation leads to a positive change and growth and development, and you bring everything that is mentioned in this Archangel Uriel card, the heart and mind, to balance. Okay, you'll be more clearer, you'll be more empowered and motivated, okay, and inspired, and you won't stay stuck. So that's important, and for that, we need to face our fears and our limiting beliefs, you know, and not let them stop us and get out of our comfort zone. So that's what you would be doing if you were not afraid that you would fail. So here we can see what the Knight of Swords is looking at. He's looking at the King of Wands. Okay, so King of Wands, here he is writing, he's taking an action, he's doing something, right? You can see like the wand looks like a pen and he's like writing something. Okay, here but his eyes is focused on the knight, right, who's sitting on the horse. So here it tells me like, you guys, one thing that will help you guys, okay, to clear this chaos and confusion that's happening within you guys is through writing. Okay, whenever you go through something, you want to reflect, you want to ponder, you want to see different sides of it, it's better for you to write, not just think and analyze and stay stuck inside your head, because then you will not be taking any action. This card is about taking action. The King's all about action, right? All about doing something. So I feel like because it's Cancer and Six of Cups is also about relationships, right, and childhood memories and all of that. So in healing that, you know, and also it's also sometimes mentioned as a soulmate card, but that doesn't have to ring a bell if it doesn't matter. But what I'm trying to say is, like, maybe you guys were in a relationship and you guys are not in harmony right now, or you guys are still in a relationship but there is this disharmony that is within the relationship that is causing certain thoughts, you know, you're triggered, you don't know if this is worth it and all of that. So the card is saying that when you go through the transformation, it's important that you express and you write it down and you communicate it, okay? So it will help you to face your fears, and the fears that are stopping you from communicating your true authentic feelings, okay, and from taking action, coming forward, you know, and you know, talking about how you feel and what you truly want and all of that, okay? Open communication with a partner can happen when you put your fear aside. So that's what this card is about. It's about putting that aside, you know, communicating. Either you can write a letter to the partner or somebody, not, it's not to be romantic, it can be a friend or somebody, you know, expressing how you truly feel in words, okay? Because you have used the sword and cut through everything that is, you know, stopping you. You're able to now clearly communicate it, okay, and express, okay, and take action. All right, but before that, you need to go inwards, because these two cards, like I mentioned, they're all this inward healing and inward reflection, which needs to be penned down, which needs to be written, okay, which needs to be communicated in some form or way, okay? That will happen after these three cards are done. The processes of these three cards will culminate with the King of Wands, okay? That's when you'll be not confused, you'll be inspired, you know exactly what to do, you know exactly which direction to take. So even if you don't look at these cards from a, you know, a relationship point of view, it can be about anything else, anything that's causing confusion and blockage, okay, that's blocking you from moving forward. You will be able to be acting from a space of clarity when you're able to balance, you know, your heart and mind, okay? Balance, you know, two sides of seemingly contradictory things, and it might help you to write it down and you can see the clear pictures, and then you can take action and move forward from here. This is an action card, this is an action card, these two cards are receptive cards, which are the process that needs to be done before taking action. All right, so for you guys, it's a lot of inner work, okay, inner healing, not letting fear and limiting beliefs stop you from moving forward, from communicating with people, you know, and from materializing whatever wants to be materialized in this realm, okay, that you would like to do, but because you blocked. I think that's, oh yes, let's look at your oracle card. Sorry, forgot about that. Let's look at the first card. We have I am of the earth and in harmony with nature. Yeah, so here it reflects this card as well, because it's a pentacles earth. Okay, here it warns when you work on the drive, the will, the inspiration, it manifests in the physical realm. So here, what will inspire you to write? Okay, what will inspire you to communicate? Will be spending time in nature. Okay, take long walks. Okay, feel your feet in the ground, the soil. Just having like physical touch with nature, plants, hugging trees, whatever that you need to do that helps you to feel earth, and help you to sometimes taking a walk alone, just strolling, taking a stroll down, walking your dog, or just walking yourself by yourself is really very, very healing. It's really uplifts your how you're feeling. It uplifts you because movement does that. When you're not stuck, you're moving your body. You are also in an environment that is very nourishing. Plants are very, very, very nourishing, and they're there to heal. So you can feel that. Okay, and that will help you to write. I feel some of you guys have this very you guys are natural writers, or natural poets, or natural authors. Okay, you have this ability to communicate, which is being blocked right now because of the healing that's happening, but you'll come out of it. Okay, and nature supports you with that. Next card we have is see, it reinforces the the Knight of Swords. I free myself from critical thoughts towards my body and my worth. Yeah, so it's all about using the sword not to protect and defend yourself from staying stuck, but using the sword to not to cut yourself, to free yourself from critical thoughts, okay, towards yourself, like I don't deserve this, I'm not worthy of this, this is not for me, this relationship is too much, I'm not worthy of it, it cannot happen. All these limiting ideas and limiting beliefs that is stopping you from reaching out, from moving forward. This card is asking you to cut yourself. I keep saying cut yourself. Free yourself from those things, okay? And know your worth, okay? You're worth it. You don't need to do anything or be anything to be worthy, okay? You existing itself is worthy. That's why you're here. Alright, next card that we have is another transformation card, which is reinforcing the transformation here, because snake shedding the skin is all about transformation. Here it says, I shed habits that hinder my truth and I release and renew. So whatever that's blocking this free flow of communication, of give and take, because this is a cup is all about this, coming together, bonding, opening your heart space, sharing, and it's this union, kind of, polar opposite. So here, this can happen only when you let go of everything that is stopping you from sharing your cup. Okay, everything that is hindering you, whatever limiting beliefs and ideas and thoughts that's no longer serving you. If you release those things, then you're able to share, then you're able to be open, then you're able to go forward, because then you would not fail, because this whole reading is about what you would do if you knew you wouldn't fail, right? So don't let that stop you from going forward. Okay, because even if you fail, in quotation marks, you always learn something, and it's not worth not doing it. Okay, you risk, if you don't risk anything, you risk everything. All right, and the last card that we have is I live each moment with a presence of gratitude. Yeah, so because whenever you go through transformation, it's a very dark period. Okay, it's like the dark night of the soul. It's very easy to fall backwards, and to stay stuck. So here, it's reminding you to be present and to express gratitude. You can find something to be grateful for, even if you think there's nothing to be grateful for, even if you don't have anything in quotation marks. Okay, this fact that you can breathe, okay, that you have a relationship with the trees, you are able to breathe, okay, you're able to move, you're able to sit, you have a roof under you, you have a family, and you have food. All of that, small things can be things you're grateful for, okay, no matter how the external circumstances are. So gratitude really changes your attitude, it changes your vibration, it lifts you up, and it helps you to transform and move forward. Okay, and also here the moon has a main 8 main cycles, right? The waxing crescent, the waning crescent, right? The gibbous moon, the disseminating moon, the full moon, the new moon, right? And the first quarter, the third quarter. So there are 8 main cycles. So, and there's 8 pentacles here. So this is reinforcing the cyclical part of the 8. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, right? So to just be free flowing, not be stuck, movement, okay, and be present. All right, and yeah, following the moon cycle as well. So knowing what sign the moon is helps sometimes, because you know moon is always in a sign only for 2.5 days. Okay, so your mood changes after that. It doesn't stay stuck. So knowing the cycle of the moon, you know, and your mood swings. It's called mood swings for a reason. Moon swings. Okay, so yeah, stuff like that helps you. So all the best. Okay, and blessings in your transformation, your spiritual transformation. It's not an easy time for you guys, but stay through it. Don't resist it. You know, go forward and heal. And when you are moving towards it, if you already are doing it, it's fantastic, and you will come to this space and you can act from this space where all your confusion will be cleared. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by. I look forward to seeing you guys in my future readings. Bye.